everybody, welcome back to my channel. Mia here. Today's video is going to be my TBR for the month of January. I know I'm very late uploading this video, so I know that now it's probably about halfway through the month. So I have finished reading some of the stuff I have of my TBR at this point, and I have started some of the stuff that I want to hopefully finish reading by the end of the month. It's a pretty ambitious TBR in comparison to what I've managed to read in the last month. But anyways, it's a good inspiration. So first, I would love to read this small book. This is very short. I should definitely be able to finish reading this in what's left of the month. And this is called The Strange Case of Rachel K. And this is by Rachel Kushner. And I really don't know what this is about. It's about Cuba, for what I see, and it's about very weird stuff. I don't know. I just find it very interesting and intriguing, just based on what the cover shows. So I'm really looking forward to picking this up and hopefully finishing reading it this month for sure. Then I would also like to start the Stephen King 4 Past Midnight book. This is the book that we chose for my book club. Now, the way that we decided to do this, because it's such a large book, is to read one section each month for the next 4 months. The book is divided in 4 sections. So the first section, I think, is almost 300 pages. It's around 290 something pages. So that's the goal for this month. I just started it, so I've not gotten very far at all. I'm only on page 31, but it was very, very captivating from the very beginning. Once I picked it up and started reading, I found it to be very scary, and it just really caught my attention right away. This is about things that happen in an airplane and the characters involved, and it's very, very scary so far. The beginning, a few things happen where they introduce each character, and then they're on a plane, and all of a sudden they are all sleeping, and they wake up and the plane is basically empty with the exception of themselves. And that's where I left off, but it's really, really scary in my opinion. Imagine being stuck in an airplane, 37,000 something feet above the ground, and then waking up to find the airplane empty and there is nobody flying the plane. That's terrifying to me. So far, very, very scary. The writing is just very smooth and is very intriguing, so you want to read more and find out what is happening. I am also hoping to pick up this month The Girl Who Fell Beneath Fairyland and Let the Revels There, and this is by Catherine M. Vellante. I really enjoyed the first book, which I think is titled The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making. Her titles are very long, but I really loved that first book, and I'm hoping to get into the second book sometime this month, at least starting it. Even if I don't get to finish it, I would just really like to start it and see where this story takes me. The first book was very magical. It was just what the title say. Basically, it was a young girl who ended up traveling to Fairyland, and she couldn't leave Fairyland, so she ended up having to go around the entire Fairyland world in a ship of her own making. So that's basically what the story was about. But it was a very fantastic and just magical story. I really did enjoy her writing. It was very mature for what I thought. Sorry, that's my dog. Then I picked up and read The Snow Queen, and this is by Hans Christian Andersen. I've read and loved The Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen, and I really wanted to read something else from him, and I found this beautiful edition recently, which has these gorgeous illustrations by Sana Anuka. So I've been fascinated by this book, been wanting to read it for a while, picked it up, absolutely loved it. It's told in a series of 7 short stories that foretell a whole story, and it was fantastic. So really glad I read that. Then I picked up, and I'm almost finished reading The Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. This is the last book of the Throne of Glass series, and I'm enjoying it so very much. I love this entire series, this entire world, and it's not perfect by any means, but there's something about her writing that is just beautiful, and you really connect with the characters. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm almost done with it. I should finish it tonight, if not tomorrow for certain. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. The last book that I hope to pick up sometime this month is The Legacy of the Drow, and this is by R.A. Salvatore. This has 3 books in one. This is a thick, big edition. And I read the first trilogy, and this is supposed to be the second trilogy following the same dark elf drow. I really enjoyed the first trilogy. I thought this magical world was just really satis, but at the same time very, interesting. I love the characters. I think that R.A. Salvatore explores more the actual characters and their feelings and the way that they, go about their daily routines and such, more than the actual fantasy world. So I don't know, I really enjoyed it, and I really hope to start this. Of course I won't finish it this month, but if I start it, that'll be a good accomplishment for me. And then there's 3 comic books that I really want to get to. 2 of them I already read, and 1 I still haven't picked up yet. So the first is The Warlord of Mars, and this is by Deja Thores. I enjoyed it. It was okay. It's about this war that's going on in Mars, and it's about the different cultures that take and live on that planet and how they are at war at the moment. So it was interesting, but there was something about it that kind of bothered me a little bit, and I'll go more into details about that when I do my wrap up for the month. So I also wanted to read Hulk, and this is by Fred Van Lente and Tom Fowler. This is season 1 of the Marvel Comics. It's a beautiful hardcover edition. This I enjoyed much more because I've only seen Hulk in movies, so I've never actually read a comic of Hulk, and I don't know if this is the first original Hulk comic or not, but it had a completely different storyline than what I thought Hulk's storyline was, which was very enjoyable because it really taught me a lot about that particular character. And it also had a bonus, different storyline first season kind of thing at the end, and it was very interesting too. So I really think I'm going to continue with this series because so far I really did enjoy it. And the last thing I hope to read in this month is Sweet Tooth Volume 4, Endangered Species. This is by Jeff Lemire, and I've been really loving this series. I might have to reread a little bit of the 3rd volume of this series because I read it during vacation, and honestly I don't really remember the ending, so I might have to touch up on that first before picking this volume up. But I have the entire series. The whole series has been released and I own all of it, so I just really want to get into it and just finish reading this series, starting with this one, which is where I left off. Sorry if I'm talking really fast. We have some guests in the house and I can hear them talking, so I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I don't want it to be distracting, so I've been trying to go very fast and just get all of this information to you quickly so that you don't get disturbed by the background noise. So hopefully it doesn't bother you, and hopefully I didn't say too much nonsense during this video, which I highly doubt. But anyways, this is what I hope to read during the month of January, and I will have soon a video with my favorite reads of 2016. Every time I look at all the things I've read, it's just been very difficult to narrow it down to a small list. So hopefully I'll end up picking like 10 books or something like that. And I'll have that video coming up soon, so keep a lookout for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me those thumbs up. Let me know you're enjoying the videos that I'm making. If you have any special requests for a future video that you would like to see from me, just go ahead and comment it down below. Let me know what you're interested in watching, and I'll try my hardest to make that happen. And yep, I'll see you soon in another video. Bye!